Hey guys, Janice Vaughn. Welcome to Letting Your Light Shine. Thank you all so much for joining me. Your likes, comments, subscribe, shares are amazing. I love you all so much. I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the things that you're going to start to feel when you start getting your self-worth back after escaping narcissistic abuse, okay? I think the most prominent change for me was that I immediately felt peace. The moment the narcissist exited my life, it was so weird, you guys. Like it was like I can't even explain. It was like I was under so much stress for so long, and I felt like I was carrying the entire world on my shoulders, and he was gone, and I knew that it was the end. And this incredible sense of peace just came over me. Like I felt like I had just had like a 4-hour massage, or I had swam in the ocean for, half a day. It just was so calming. And I know what that was. I didn't know what it was the 15, 16, 17 times prior that I tried to escape. I was holding on. I was holding on to hope that he was going to change, okay? But when I finally decided that I was done, it was over, and there was no way in hell I was taking this POS back, I then realized at that moment that I let go. I let go. I let go of the hopes, the dreams, the broken promises, the lies that I was hoping weren't lies, but they were all lies. I was holding on to everything to try to make this relationship work. I tried. And, one of the things that I really, really try to tell people is when you come to a decision, okay, a lot of times, and this is what I struggled with trying to leave 15, 16, whatever time. I don't even know how many times. It's between 15 and 20, easy. I always just, there was like a rope or a thread or something connecting me, okay? Because I was hinged on that hope. I was hinged on that faith that I always carry with me. I was hinged on something is going to get better. And then I recognized that, you know what? Things are never going to get better, because I looked back over the pattern, and the pattern didn't get better in any way, shape, or form. The pattern got worse. And the reason the pattern got worse is because every time the abuser abused me and I took him back, I had given him that much more power and that much more control. And I know it sounds sick and disgusting to a normal, level-headed person, right? But in a narcissistic brain, they don't think about anything on this planet other than themselves. And so they're going to manipulate you into believing that what they are saying to you and what they're doing and what their promises are going to be and what they will do to change. Please, seriously? I'm sure there is less than 1% of narcissists out there that can change, but there's a big difference in why they change, okay? The difference is they want to change, and they go through the hard work. They go through the deep dive of finding out who you truly are and what makes you tick. But a narcissist cannot do that because they are so pained from what they endured in their early childhood or what they endured throughout their life. They can't go back and face the pain. That's not a strong person. That is a weak person. People like ourselves who go through the pain and spend the hours crying and feeling those feelings, that is true strength, because we do the work. A narcissist will never do the work because they don't want to do the work. If they wanted to, they would, right? I've said this over and over again. One of the things that drove me crazy is the narcissist would say, well, this is how I was raised. This is how I was brought up. Okay. I was brought up a different way too. In fact, I got to share something with you guys today. I received some photos from my parents who are visiting my aunts in Florida, and they sent me about 12 photos, okay? And adorable. My dad is so cute. sends me photos all the time, right? And so I was looking at these photos and I actually got super sad. And I'm going to tell you why. I would share these photos with you, but I obviously need to check with my family members first. But in light of that, I'll just talk about what they were. So they were photos of my mom, her sister, and her sister-in-law who lost my uncle, which was my mom and my aunt's brother, 11 years ago, actually to this day. Rest in peace, Unc. I love you. And the Patriots finally won a Super Bowl, but I'm not a Patriots fan, but whatever. Anyway, he was a Patriots fan because he lived up in Maine. So I love this man. So back to my story. So I was getting these photos and I look at these photos and I sent them to my daughter today. And I said, Delaney, I go, would you look at these and just tell me what you see? What do you feel? Every one of these photos was about 3 or 4 individuals, 5 individuals. And every single person in those photos were like this, stone-faced, arms crossed. There was no group hug. There was no, let's smile. Nobody smiled. Nobody hugged each other. It was like everybody was just in their perfect position for the photo. And I thought to myself, oh my gosh, I don't want to take photos like that. And that's why I take photos with, smiling or, whatever. And I sent those to my daughter and I said, is this sad or what? Because like we all embrace each other. Like my kids and I, we always do. My grandbabies, we're all about loves, hugs. In fact, when I meet somebody for the first time, it's not a handshake, it's a hug. I'm a hugger, okay? I know that some people are not, but I am. And it just broke my heart because, like I told my daughter, I said, this is just another reminder of what I grew up with. I grew up with family who didn't show love. I grew up with parents who didn't cuddle with me on the couch or say I love you or any of that. I don't remember, chilling with my parents watching a movie or, yes, we had good times. I didn't have a bad childhood. I'm not trying to say that. But I don't remember the love aspect of it. And I think that's why I always move forward in my life wanting to be the most loving person I can be, because I never wanted anybody to feel like I felt around people that just didn't know how to express love. Is it their fault? No. They probably didn't know better. If they knew better, they would have done better, right? So I took that and I turned it around and I said, you know what? I'm going to be a very loving mom. I'm going to be a very loving grandmother. I'm going to be a very loving friend. And I was that with a narcissist. And the point I'm trying to make is he went through and had excuses of why he couldn't change because of the way he was brought up. I'm not going to blame anybody for how I was brought up. And again, I'm not going to say that it was bad. There was just not a lot of love there. And I think that's something I craved because I am such a loving person. And I just want you guys to know that it's not how you're brought up. You have the tools and the mindset and the ability to turn it around. You can stop the pattern at any time. You can heal your own life regardless of what you've been through. But don't go through life making excuses and saying, well, I can't change because I was brought up this way, or my mom was this way, or my dad was this way, or my stepmom or whoever it is in your life. That's them. It's not you. You are you. You are your own person. You get to choose what you want to do with life. You get to choose who you want to be. You get to choose how much love you get to extend into this world to another person or persons. We get to change who we are or where we were at a certain point in our lives because we're strong enough to do so. So the point I'm trying to make is we have the heart. We have the ability. A narcissist does not. So they will continue to place blame. I didn't place blame on my parents or my family members. I will never place blame on them, ever. In fact, I'm kind of sad because I kind of wish that they were able to love the way that I'm able to love today. So what I get to do for them is I get to love them and show them how much love there really is in the world. And I know they're very grateful and appreciative, and I'm so grateful that our relationship was kindled. It took a back seat because of the whole isolation thing with the narcissist. And I'm not blaming him. Nope, not going to blame him. I'm taking ownership. I didn't have to allow that, but I did. But I grew from that. And that's why I keep telling you guys these stories, because I want you to understand that nobody is in control of anybody else but our own selves. Okay, so keep that in mind. Don't blame your childhood. Don't blame your parents. Just don't. Because you are you, and you get to make this life your best life. That's what I chose to do. All right? So shine your light, dig deep, love who you are, and then you can extend your love to everybody else on this planet, because there is so many people that just need love, and there are so many people out here that just have love to give. So let's just love. All right? Love. I love you all. Thank you all so much. Love and light to all of you. Thank you.